Obviously tonight, this is the last time we're going to feed this mother, but honestly it's just more of the same. So I'm going to take out my 2/3, which actually tonight is very soft, still pretty sticky, but very, very soft. So just follow exactly the same process as last night, and what I'm going to do is I'll see you in a minute, and then we're going to do something different just for a bit of fun. Alright, I'll see you soon. Like this is the 2/3 that normally goes in the bin, so I thought what we do is try and do something a bit constructive with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of flour to it, because as we discussed earlier, it was really loose. And I'm going to mix it in until it becomes a bit dough-like. Starting to come together pretty quickly. And then obviously the theory is that this mixture is going to have a little bit of fermentation that's taken place, and so a little bit of flavour. So hopefully what we're going to get is a little bit of a teaser as to what our actual bread is going to taste like once we've finished it. And also, you know, waste not, want not. So a little bit more flour, I think. And this is actually the first time I've done this as well, so there's no guarantees. Very sticky still, very sticky. But it is thickening up a bit. Okay, now that is becoming pretty doughy at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit of a go at trying to put this on the board. So I'm going to put a little bit of flour onto the board itself. Spread it out a little bit. Then I'm just going to get a little dollop of this stuff. I think a dollop, I think that's the correct term in cooking school or baking college or whatever people do. Let's get that on there. Oh, I probably should have got a second glove actually. Okay, so I'm going to start rolling it in the flour a bit, try and get it to turn into something that I can work with. Okay, that's better. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, yeah, all of a sudden that is much more civilised. Okay, now I'm going to start rolling it out. A little bit more flour on there as well. Okay. So it's not going to be delicate or anything like that. I'll flip it over. Bit more flour. Actually, I'm surprised at how much flour it actually needs, to be honest with you. It's all a bit of trial and error. Okay, I've actually got something there that is quite doughy. It's formed a decent shape. I've got it maybe I reckon that's a couple of mils thick. And what I've done is I've taken like a Breville maker or like a George Foreman type grill thing and preheated it. And then I'm just going to lay that on there and take the glove off. the gloves real messy. And then this top one's not actually going to touch it. But it's going to keep the heat in. And then once it's been in there for about a couple of minutes, I'm going to flip it over and let's see what we get. Probably a catastrophe, but you never know. So I've had the main key 2/3 of the mother that would have gone in the bin. I've added a bit of flour to it, struggled with it for a bit, then managed to roll it out to something that's a couple of mils thick, and then stuck it on one of these that was preheated, so already hot, and I've flipped it over once, right? And if I'm careful not to burn myself, that's what we got. Like a piece of pita stroke Lebanese bread or whatever you call it, and obviously it's really pretty hot, but honestly, no word of a lie, that is pretty delicious. Maybe with a piece of cheese or a bit of ham or something like that, you won't go far wrong. And you've also got that sourness starting to come through, and it's quite a nice texture. So I think you'll quite enjoy that.